Horizen. So, Horizen, outstanding project that, to be fair, when they launched, did pretty well. The 2021 cycle did very, very well. It's quite a way off its all-time high, but it's a project that has had slight direction changes over the past couple of years. And actually, I think the direction changes have been very clever. So I want to talk about where they're at right now. Now, before I get into any of it, if you are new to this channel, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In each of the videos as well, I showed myself buying up all of these cryptos. These were coins that I thought could do very, very well and make a lot of cash. You know, you can see Horizen was there. $6.70, did a 24x. Now, if you'd have popped $100 into all of these coins in that sort of 14, 15 months, you'd have made over 123 grand. Thing is obviously you don't have that long. We're in a bull cycle right now. If you've got cryptos you're not happy with or you're not confident in, get onto CopyMyCrypto.com, have a look at the site. So CopyMyCrypto.com is where I share with my members every single coin that I own. Whenever I find any crypto that I think is going to make a ton of cash, like I said with so many of these, what I do is jump onto the site, I tell my members about the crypto that I found and the price that I'm going to buy this crypto at. Whenever I sell one of the coins I own, I do the same thing. So my members have no work. They make the exact same profit as me. And if you go onto my site, you'll see some of the profits my members have made. You'll see their testimonials on the service they get at CopyMyCrypto.com, and you'll see some of my past successes. Whether it is a meme coin that was a quick flip that members got in and out in 2 weeks and did a 300x, or whether it's Phantom, which did nearly a 700x and made millionaires. This is all public record. You can go onto the old videos on this channel and you can verify everything that you read. And if after doing that you want to find out the cryptos I think are going to be the winners this year, all you have to do to find out about them is join up on the site. Horizen. So, as you can see, it did very, very well in when it launched in 2017. Points it was as low as sort of $4 and lower. It did get as high as sort of $56. In the 2021 cycle, it blasted up. I mean, it hit our all-time high of $168.15, and it was at points as low as $4, sometimes $3. Right. So far this past year, it's done pretty well. It's peaked out at $37, so it's a way away from that right now. Now, Horizen is a modular privacy-first platform. They're designed to make privacy tech such as zero-knowledge proofs and TEEs accessible and usable across the web. So they were launched in 2017 as a fair launch non-ICO project, but they've had a major evolution with the launch of Horizen 2.0, which is their next generation layer 3 app chain, which has been deployed on Base, which is Coinbase's Ethereum layer 2. The Horizen 2.0 delivers performance, privacy, and scalability for developers, and it builds in privacy-enabled, compliance-friendly apps with significantly reduced cost and latency. Now, originally, Horizen were like a proper privacy coin. They did shift their focus in that regard, and that's actually a very good idea because we saw the EU going on having a war against privacy coins. Their whole the sort of legislation that they introduced spoke about how all privacy coins are being used for money laundering or funding terrorism or and because it obscures where money is coming from and going to, the source of the money can't be verified, hence they can't be allowed to exist in the EU. So the EU are putting an immense amount of pressure on a ton of different exchanges to delist the privacy coins. And when a privacy coin is delisted, they're not tradable. And bear in mind, privacy coins are a lot harder to trade on dexes, etc. They're pretty much impossible for the most part. So there ends up being this situation where they slowly die. And if America were to double down on that, which I don't think they will, but if they did, a lot of privacy coins would die. So Horizen, with this in mind, shifted. They removed the privacy tag. They focused on building something that actually can be used by businesses. Now, make no mistake about it, something that I'm bullish on is businesses entering the blockchain space, but they aren't going to do it if every transaction is on a DLT. Because no business on earth wants their competition to be able to see everything that's going on. They simply don't. Because all of a sudden you lose the advantage you have running a business if all of a sudden your competition can see exactly what you're doing. You know, I always use the same example. Say Nike are selling a pair of trainers, they're doing really well, and they're making a ton of cash from that. If Adidas or Reebok or whoever can see the transactions going through on a DLT, they can then figure out what the product is. They can create cheaper, a competitive product, undercut them. It happens. That happens in business all the time. So it's very sensible to be building something that has privacy-enabled features that could, in theory, then allow for a business to run smoothly. The ZEN token is at the core of the ecosystem. It's the utility token that's used for governance, accessing privacy services, and fueling zero-knowledge app interactions. And with its migration to Base, ZEN becomes an ERC20 token, improving liquidity, interoperability, and composability across the Ethereum ecosystem. It's founded by Robert Viglione, Rolf Versluis. Rob Viglione has actually been on this channel. We had an interview really early on when I started the channel, and he was wonderful, to be fair, to have a chat with. So what makes Horizen unique? So it's a privacy-first approach. They integrate a large stack of privacy-enhancing technologies, along with and they are sort of zero-knowledge proofs, trusted execution environments, and more. You've got the first privacy app chain on Base. So this is a layer 3 on Base, and it benefits from Ethereum's security and Base's scalability, while enhancing a privacy layer for any app on the network. This unlocks new possibilities for private identity, DeFi, on-chain gaming, and compliant confidential transactions. That specifically is what businesses want. And yeah, I think the shift that they've taken has been a very, very clever shift. And since then, you know, they've remained on Binance, they've remained on Coinbase, they've remained on the big exchanges. So yeah, their new era of privacy is here. So the Horizen upgrade is here, where it's talking about scaling privacy from the base up. So they're relaunching on Base, a new chapter, backed by 7 years of zero-knowledge innovation. By the way, when they launched, they actually had one of the biggest networks around. They had so many nodes. At points, they were comfortably the biggest node network in crypto. So they so there you go. Building privacy innovation since 2017. A proven token. Global battle-tested network. And as you can see, there's going to be a few things that happen over the course of the next couple of years. There's the ZEN migration. Over just the remainder of this year, to be fair. You've got the ZEN migration on its way. You've got Horizen Chain initial launch. And then their flagship product launch. So having an app chain like this bodes very, very well for their future, especially as Base is probably going to be a real titan in this space. And it makes total sense why it would be. You know, it's created by Coinbase. It's created like Coinbase itself will probably end up releasing a coin for Base at some point. I'm sure they're going to have to make sure that they do it so that they don't get done by the SEC. Although with new people in charge of the SEC, I think that's less likely that they're going to have an issue. So things look very promising. Very, very promising. So I'm really interested to see how this actually performs once the migration's happened. I think there's great potential here. Now, it actually has a phenomenal run in terms of 2 bull cycles from new peak to new peak. New all-time high to new all-time high. Can it do another new all-time high? I think that's probably quite unlikely right now. To get to over $168 is not going to be easy, particularly given that it's at $7.60 right now. So I think that's a very big ask. It's going to depend on the growth of Base. It's going to depend on the success of the migration. but things do look very promising. I think there's a pretty good chance that this can at least get back to $50. And I think there's absolutely a world that this could tackle $75, but that, again, it's going to depend on the success of the migration. Now, the real big thing is, like I said, how does base grow and how does their user base grow? And how do Coinbase really market and publish and promote base? Because I know there is a kind of limit to what they can do in certain fields with regards to marketing and advertising the base L2. But if we start seeing huge surges in usage and we start seeing businesses being brought in, and this and ZEN being at the forefront of this trusted execution environment for businesses, could be a game changer. And then we could see new all-time high. But I just think we're probably too far away from that at this point. I am curious to hear what people think about base as well as Horizen, of course, but what do people think about base? Is there a particular project on base that you think just not enough people are talking about? If there is one, let me know in the comments. I'll take a look. I'll happily do a video about it. And look, we're in a bull cycle. If you've got cryptos you're not happy with or not confident in, get onto CopyMyCrypto.com, have a read through the site. It's the site I run where I share all the coins I own with my members. On my site, you'll be able to see some of the profits my members have made, some of my past successes, whether it was a quick meme coin flip or Phantom that did a 700x and made millionaires. You can see my members' testimonials about the service they get at CopyMyCrypto. It is all public record. You can verify it all on the history of this channel. Like I say, whenever I find a crypto that I think is going to make a lot of money, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the crypto and the price that I'll buy at. My members get in and out of cryptos at the same price. They make the same profit. They have no work to do. But read through the site, watch the vids, and if you want to find out more, if you want to find out the cryptos I think are going to be the winners this year, all you have to do to find out about them is join up on the site, guys. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.